Hey everyone, Alpha Eagle here again. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and may God bless you all. This is episode 2 of Alpha Eagle's X-Files, a series in which I take a live look at the things I see on Twitter X. In this episode, I talk about the retconned Nightcrawler Origin. Let's begin. Now this is a story about they retconned the origin of Nightcrawler, and apparently Mystique somehow changed her biology to produce sperm somehow and impregnated Destiny, I think her name is. This is a retcon or a breaking canon, whatever you want to call it. But it's ridiculous, you know. I believe originally Nightcrawler's father was some kind of European nobleman or rich European guy, and then they changed it to his father was Sabretooth. Then they said his father is Azazel, and you know, whatever you think about this story, just keep it as Nightcrawler has one male father and one female mother, and leave it at that. Quit changing his origins for one thing, and number two, they're only doing this to push the woke agenda. We all know this. You know, don't pretend like, oh, this is something that's great and needs to happen. And no. Well, Chris Claremont came up with this idea years ago, and they wouldn't let him do it. Well, okay, they didn't let him do it because they didn't want him to do it. But we know this is happening just to push an agenda. We know this. That's the timing of everything. That's why they're doing it now, and they didn't do it 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or whatever, because this is the thing now. Trans stuff is the in thing. That's why they're doing it. One editor, Alpha Eagle here. I wanted to add this little bit to make my video about the retcon Nightcrawler Origin a little bit more coherent. In my Twitter post, I wrote WTF for the people who claim that to love the science, this is not how biology works. Two biological women cannot make a baby, even if they are mutants. Suspension of disbelief only goes so far. Also, how do they explain how Nightcrawler got Azazel's power without Azazel? At least with Azazel being Nightcrawler's biological father, it made sense. This retcon does not make any sense at all. Whoever wrote this story does not understand how Mystique's powers work. Her powers are physical, not biological. Her outward appearance looks different, but her inner organs function exactly the same. In other words, sure, she can shapeshift her body to simulate a penis and testicles, but they don't function like a real penis and testicles. So it's impossible for her to be the father of Nightcrawler. Now, I know there will be some people out there that will claim that there is precedent out there, and she did something similar in the past and shapeshifted functional gills to breathe water or whatever. But guess what? Whoever wrote that story also doesn't understand how Mystique's powers work. The thing is, when you change a character's powers like this to where they can just do anything they want, as the situation demands, it's just lazy writing. That's why they depowered Silver Age Superman, because his powers were getting ridiculous. At one point he could shoot rainbows from his fingers, and like I said, suspension of disbelief can only go so far. Having an overpowered hero or constantly changing the powers will turn readers away, and they won't accept all these changes. Now, again, we all know this wasn't done because the writer had some brilliant idea for a story. No, this was done to push an agenda. This is done as a trans allegory, so Marvel can virtue signal and pat themselves on the back and say, hey, Mystique is trans now, and if she can be either male or female, so can real people in real life, and that biological women can be fathers too. No, you can't. And also, Yellow Flash made a good point. Nightcrawler is a Christian, and he wouldn't accept Mystique's lifestyle choices at all. Now, this is just another way for Marvel to insult Christians and push Christian customers away. So, as I was editing this video, another image from this comic came out, and it's of Destiny giving birth to Nightcrawler with her butt in the air. Really, Marvel? Really? I'm so glad I don't buy mainstream comics anymore. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I'm Alpha Eagle. God bless you for watching. God bless America. And I pray that Marvel stops it with this nonsense. But they probably won't.